This is the Bishop of Motivation, Spence Finlayson, Diana's last child. Hope is being able to see that there is a light despite all the darkness. Desmond Tutu. You see, unemployment, sickness, financial struggles, loss, we all experience hardship at one point or another. In times of overwhelming uncertainty and struggle, it's natural to feel discouraged. But having hope and doing your best to stay positive can see you through seemingly impossible situations. Research has shown that people who are hopeful often cope more effectively with obstacles, while more pessimistic individuals tend to shut down. Here's one of the things we can do during the hard times. We can reach out to others virtually. No matter what's on your mind or causing you to struggle, it's nothing you should have to face alone. Turn to your family, your friends, or a trusted counselor. Engage in an online community around you and create space for meaningful connections. Secondly, express gratitude. Listing what you're thankful for may seem difficult when you're struggling, but there's always something to be thankful for, whether it's your health, your family, or even the sky above. Take strength from the fact which is good and solid. Remember, success is your birthright.
You're listening to the program Success is Your Birthright. It comes your way Monday through Friday at 5 minutes to 7. Brought to you by the Bishop of Motivation, Mr. Spence Finlayson. Have a great morning, everybody.
Happy Independence, Bahamas. It's our 48th Independence anniversary. The Union Jack came down. The Bahamas flag was flown high. It's a celebration of life. It's a time to revive us again. From the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, happy 48th Independence, Bahamas.
The Ministry of Social Services and Urban Development, in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency, presents a 2021 official hurricane shelters for the islands of the Bahamas. Harbour Island Public Library, Harbour Island, the Lighthouse Church of God at Harbour Island, New Alliance Church of God, Harbour Island. For more information, contact
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
The following is a preamble of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, rocks and keys, heralded the rebirth of the New World. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for Christian values and the rule of law. Now, know ye therefore, we the inheritors of, and successes too, this family of Allens. Recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation, founded on spiritual values, and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone, or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
It's Thursday, July 15, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, residents beware of the COVID-19 Delta variant virus, a correctional officer recognized for her hard work, and we feature a coconut artist. So let's start the morning off right. Biggest source of your motivation are your own thoughts. So think big and motivate yourself. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
Good morning, LaDawn. I needed those words of encouragement this morning.
You needed that this morning? Yeah. Feeling a little down this morning?
I'm good, but I just need a little pep up every now and again. A little slap upside my head.
You're enjoying the weather?
Yeah, weather.
Outside,
I came to work, it was a little drizzly. Then when I saw Lloyd Dose went out to do the weather this morning, to do the traffic, pardon me, it was pouring.
Wow. Well, I'm sure we're going to have traffic this morning.
Yeah, he's out there. He has his umbrella, his water boots, his raincoat, and everything on. He's ready.
You also have a trivia this morning?
We have a trivia this morning. Once again, our Janae's Uniform Center trivia. We really want somebody to win it. This bag is full of goodies this morning. This is Janae's knapsack. You have the colored pencil, you have the markers, you also have some pencils in here, you also have an eraser, so let's get that question up on the screen. What is Blind Blake's real name? 502-3870, you can call that number. What is Blind Blake's real name? And as usual, we give LaDawn the first go at it. Folks, do not listen. This is only for entertainment purpose only.
I have no clue, none. So don't listen to me. I don't know.
And we also want to continue to give away that one-night stay at the Comfort Suite. I'm going to make it a little easier this morning. We're not going on balloons. Let me do something about myself. Which year, which month, and which date did I start here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas? 477-0546. Our HR department is closed, so you can't call Linda or Sandra to find out that answer. Only me one knows the answer. I don't even think my mom knows that. What day, month, and year did I get employed here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas? You can win a one-night stay at Comfort Suite. But let's now go out on the streets. The Lloyd Island Red was a bit wet this morning. Good morning, Lloyd.
Well, good morning, Fisher and LaDawn. Good morning, Bahamas. You talked about enjoying the weather. Well, that's relative today. Some wet conditions are introducing to those early morning commuters. This morning, we're here at the intersection of East Street and Soldier Road, and already for the past hour or so, it's been some sporadic sprinkles throughout the island. And so, of course, we want to advise persons to be aware of that as you make your rounds. In addition to that, there may also be a challenge at the intersection of Hay Street and Market Street, which, of course, may create some challenges for some drivers. But what will help, of course, many drivers, you'll identify a square box at the base of many intersections that advises, or rather communicates to the traffic light that you are there, and it helps to speed up the process a little bit. Many drivers don't seem to know about it, and so we want to alert drivers to use those and speed up the process as you make your rounds throughout the capital today. That completes your quick island-wide traffic report, and now a look at your Thursday weather report.
We are waking up to 79 degrees, partly cloudy, winds north at 2 miles per hour, humidity 88%. A high-pressure ridge anchored north of the area will continue to support moderate to fresh winds, while troughing will enhance pockets of shower activity across the islands today. For all areas, variable cloudiness and breezy with a few scattered showers and the chance of isolated thunderstorms, mainly offshore throughout tonight. Today, high time temperature reaching 91 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight low 75. As we look ahead to the weekend on Friday and Saturday, Friday looking pretty good, periods of sun, 88 in the day, 78 at night. And then on Saturday, breezy in the morning, 89 in the day, 79 at night. And then Sunday, the same, breezy in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon, 88 in the day, 79 at night.
Director of the National HIV and AIDS and Infectious Disease Program, Dr. Nakia Forbes, implores Bahamians to be on high alert as a Delta variant of the COVID-19 virus is 60% more infectious than the Alpha variant that had dominated the UK. People are much more likely to require hospitalizations, and that's why she insists vaccination is a vital tool. As the Bahamas is set to receive more than 57,000 Pfizer doses through COVAX, Dr. Forbes says having access to multiple vaccines boost the national vaccination campaign.
There are certain things that different characteristics about how these vaccines work. Some things are a little different, and there are some side effects that have been reported that may help to recommend vaccines for certain populations. But all in all, it's a good thing to have more than one vaccine and multiple vaccines available. So that's great. I look forward to having other vaccines.
Now to the latest COVID-19 numbers. Some 73 hospitalizations and 2 deaths stand out on the latest COVID dashboard. Health officials confirming that in New Providence, a 57-year-old male who died on July 11th and a 73-year-old woman who passed on June 28th pushed the COVID-19 death toll to 256, with another 30 deaths under investigation. Meantime, the hospitalization count grew by 6 from 67 to 73, with 68 of those people moderately ill. The remaining 5 detained in the intensive care unit. Add to that 41 new positive COVID-19 cases, 36 in New Providence, 3 on Grand Bahama, and 1 each on Bimini and Cat Key and Exuma. That gives the Bahamas a grand total now of 13,274 COVID-19 cases. The country's state of emergency is expected to end on August 13th, and as government closely monitors the domestic COVID-19 pandemic, Health Minister the Honorable Renwood Wells says that expiration date is still on schedule.
Right now, there's no discussions about changing the fact that the emergency order ends on August 13th. But, you know, if it was to change, the government of the Bahamas would come to the Bahamian people in the shortest possible time and inform the country that as to what direction we are going to go in. But, you know, in order to be able to do that, I do believe under the law you would still have to go to the House of Assembly, and the House of Assembly doesn't meet until the 22nd of September. We would have to call an emergency session.
In news from the courts, returning to the magistrate's court this morning is Precious Moxie Miller of Bricknock Subdivision. The mother of 4 faces 162 counts, inclusive of falsification of accounts, uttering false documents, fraud by false pretense, and stealing by reason of service. The 34-year-old entered a not guilty plea to the 115 counts read on Wednesday. It is alleged that between January 2nd, 2018 and Thursday, February 14th, 2019, Miller stole more than $400,000, the property of Cable Bahamas, to which she had custody by reason of service, made false bills of landing entries totaling more than $1.4 million to the Bahamas Customs Department. While employed at Simply Shipping Solutions with those entries believed to be co-signed to Cable Bahamas, and intentionally defrauded Bahamas Customs and falsified documents to do the same. She has been remanded to the Nassau Street Police Station. And celebrity chef Marcus Samuelson expanding his culinary portfolio with the grand opening of his second restaurant at Bahama this coming Saturday, July 17th. The beachfront restaurant features Bahamian ingredients and local seafood with the chef's unique twist on comfort food, all designed to create a festive experience for diners.
We have about 45 cooks in the kitchen and another 70 people in front of the house. So it's about providing leadership in hospitality for the local Bahamian staff, so they can become executive chefs, they can become owners of their properties because they have the skills and have beautiful, this is an incredible platform to work in.
It's now a best-of-3 series. DeAndre and the Phoenix Suns unable to win. 1 on the road in Milwaukee last night in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. The Suns led by 2 with 2.5 minutes to play, but from that point on, it was all the Bucks as they evened the series with a 109-103 win DA staying out of foul trouble in this game, playing 39 minutes, but only took 9 shots and finished with 6 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Each team holding home court so far in the series as Game 5 switches back to the Valley of the Sun this coming Saturday. A busy night for Jonquel Jones in Las Vegas as the WNBA held its all-star festivities. Competing in the three-point competition, the Connecticut's Sun Center, who is averaging 43.7% on threes this season, made some noise in the first round, hitting 20 of 25 shots to advance to the finals against Chicago Sky's Ali Quigley. In the finals, Quigley, who had won the previous 2 three-point competitions, made 9 of her final 10 shots to turn the tables on Jones and win 28-24. Playing for the WNBA select team against U.S. team headed to Tokyo for the Olympic, Jones and the All-Stars knocked off the Olympians 93-85 for one of the most competitive, thrilling All-Star games in history. Jonquel finished with a double-double, 18 points, 14 rebounds, knocking down 4 threes to go along with 4 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. It was the first exhibition defeat for the U.S. since a loss to Oregon in the fall of 2019, and was the team's first ever loss to a WNBA team in competition of this nature.
And when we come back, Lloyd Allen went behind the prison walls to spotlight a deserving correctional officer, so keep it locked.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
1,800 3- to 5-year-old children are enrolled in government-operated pre-primary schools. Another 3,400 children are enrolled in 98 private pre-primary schools throughout the country. Some thanks to a $2,000 voucher costing the government $5.3 million.
The Department of Correction in many ways remind resident administration each to fulfill a role to protect the more than 1,500 residents of the facility. Our Lloyd Allen paid a visit there.
The Bahamas Department of Corrections is a massive undertaking, and today we introduce you to one officer who is tasked with greeting you and securing you from the time you enter. Correctional Officer Indira Woodside may be short in stature, but she has a mammoth personality, especially as a woman on the front line of security.
I became enthused about the institution on a visit I had here as a child. With my encounter with the guards at that time, it made the institution an amazing place for me because they were so engaging, even though I was frightened.
That enthusiasm lives on in Woodside, who spent a number of years employed in tourism before settling at BDOCS. Since being sworn in as an officer in 2016, she says her ongoing goal is being an agent of change.
They had a negative stigma about the institution, and I wanted to change that image in society and made it a more friendly environment so that younger generations would be excited to join the workforce.
A part of the clearance detail of the facility grounds, Woodside's daily tasks include greeting visitors, performing security checks, and logging information. Her superiors say in 5 years, she has proven to be an invaluable member of the team.
Officer Woodside is an excellent officer. She is very professional, she is hardworking, and she is very dedicated.
Woodside boasts that her signature is engaging each person by name and making the experience as engaging as the one from her youth.
As I enter the door, I greet them. I ensure to engage them. I was in the hospitality industry for 8 years where I held various positions. Each I felt aided in my growth in customer service.
When asked why it was important to continue with the practice of quality customer service, Woodside says she does it to teach her children a proven road to excellence and because she simply loves her job.
I'm Correctional Officer Indira Woodside, and I'm a proud member of the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services.
A number of Bahamians say the RT-PCR testing facility at the Lynden Pindling International Airport was a bit convenient for them for many reasons, and are now left wondering why the testing site will be shutting down at the end of the month. Well, Vice President of Marketing and Commercial Development Jan Knowles says it's simple. Get your test done before you're expected to board your flight.
A negative rapid antigen test is a requirement stipulated by the government of the United States for all travelers entering the U.S. At the airport, there is currently a small testing location, which is currently for emergency testing only. It is far more advisable for persons to test and receive their results prior to coming to the airport. The airport is quite busy, and testing plus the additional processing to board a flight could take significant time. Further, it is simply not advisable to leave COVID-19 testing for the last minute if you are traveling this summer. Testing is very easy to access. The LPIA website has an extensive list of test locations across Nassau, and we certainly encourage the public to support these local entities.
And oh, the power of the word of mouth. Just ask anyone with a business, or better yet, what it can do to the tourism industry. And based on the feedback from a few U.S. celebs who spend loads of sun and fun, the Bahamas is sure keeper on the must-do list of the notch destinations. In town, enjoying all the Bahamas has to offer, American DJ, radio exec, and media personality DJ Khaled, and family who could be seen out and about at food stores and speeding through the streets of New Providence in a golf cart. Khaled was staying at a private home on Paradise Island.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. In 1868, St. Agnes Anglican Church on Blue Hill Road was consecrated. We have a guest in studio live to talk about the church's history. And in 1983, Lady Pindling officially opened the Red Cross headquarters on John F. Kennedy Drive.
Make sure that your mission is intact. Yes, Mom! Agent 1, what is a touch? Physical contact, Mom. Agent 2, what is a good touch? Touches that make you feel alright, Mom. Such as? A high five, a handshake, even a kiss, Mom. Good. Now, Agent 3, what is a bad touch? Touches that make you feel not so good, Mom. Like a slap, a kick, a pinch, and most important, if someone touches your private part. And what do we do when someone gives us a bad touch? You tell a trusted adult, Mom. For help, Mom. Tell them, don't do that, Mom. Agent, I see that you understand. Now it's your mission to spread this information. Just remember that good touches are okay. And bad touches are not okay. So, Agent, go spread the word. Yes, Mom.
ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Watch our live channel to keep up with what's going on in the nation. News updates, we've got you covered. Tune into our radio stations with just a swipe. On the road, on the go, we're here with you. Available for download on the App Store and the Google Play Store.
It's 100% authentic craft. Troy Nixon calls it fiber art. Many call him coconut extraordinaire. He uses just about everything from the dried coconut to create creative designs.
I use refuge from the coconut tree to make all kinds of stuff in the creative spirit. That's souvenirs, fine art.
So how did this hidden talent come about?
This was inspired to me by God. I was working, cleaning my yard. A voice said, "You see the coconut refuge that you're cleaning up? Don't throw it away. put it aside, and separate it from the rest of the debris and garbage, trash, whatever he was moving, and work with it. At that time, I was recuperating from a serious severe injury in my left leg. I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do a lot of stuff that I used to do to make a living. But I always was an artist, and that followed me from my very genesis in my life, from primary school straight through high school, straight to the present day.
And he glows when he boasts about one of his favorite pieces done on a famous Bahamian musician.
I was able to craft one of my iconic figures. His name is Joseph Spence, right where he used to sit when I was a young child going to school. He sat on the porch playing his guitar. I said, you know, I should give a tribute to somebody that famous, that really deserves to be, you know, recognized. I wanted to be able to do it with what God gave me. So I challenged myself, and I was able to come up with a beautiful piece.
From the intricate details, he says that he crafts from the soul and heart, and entails a lot of handwork and is time-consuming.
You have to start with the mind and get the creative idea in your head. From there, then you have to go and harvest the raw material, the natural raw fiber. It may look like all of it is the same because it's from the coconut tree, but actually they do different things and they give you different strengths for different works that you want to do. When you combine these different parts, that's, you know, comprising of the husk, the pod, actual coconut bark, the coconut nut, what you would call the shell, then the coconut leather or the webbing, even the root of the tree. All of it, I use everything actually. I have to put that together like a puzzle.
So where can one find these pieces?
Presently at Don Collect Studio Art Gallery. My work is in many places in the world, in court offices, in homes. Some of it is in Life at Key. And to be honest with you, I really can't really tell where all the places, because a lot of other people throughout the years, they patronized and purchased pieces. I had small little exhibitions, but not a major one as yet. That is yet to come, but it's coming.
Great story there, Fisher. Well, earlier we mentioned the consecration of St. Agnes Church in 1868. Well, joining us live in studio is Archdeacon Keith Cartwright. Mr. Cartwright, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Thank you very much for having me, LaDawn.
So, Archdeacon, are you able to give us a brief history lesson on St. Agnes?
Yes. Well, St. Agnes was started on the 12th of July, 1845, not 1868. And it was on the 12th of July, 1845, when the doors of St. Agnes Church over the hill in Grantstown opened to the general public. Of course, St. Agnes was established for the community over the hill. And of course, you had Christ Church Cathedral on the forefront of the city and St. Matthew's. And then, of course, St. Agnes was that church for over the hill and the over the hill community. And since that time, we have had 11 rectors of the church, stretching from 1845 until the present day. And we have had a tremendous history, a wonderful heritage, and the church has been involved in the life and the witness of this country from that day in 1845.
And so St. Agnes has been a staple in the community. Talk to us a little bit about the impact the church has made over the years.
Well, I believe when one examines the history of the Bahamas, and when one looks at those persons who have made tremendous contributions, you'll see many of the members of St. Agnes in that list of persons. And of course, we have had 2 governors generals, we've had a prime minister, we've had many members of parliament, we've had many members of the judiciary, and you name it. And of course, the clergy, we've had an archbishop, and many of our bishops of the Anglican Church are from St. Agnes, and some of the leading persons who guide our church, all from St. Agnes. And in the government departments throughout, we have lots of people who have been from St. Agnes and who are from St. Agnes today. And so we have a wonderful heritage. Many of our present members are very much involved in the community and the building up of the Bahamas. As we celebrate 48 years of independence, we can see the figures who were very instrumental in bringing that about, quite a number of them members of St. Agnes Church. And so we have been involved in nation building and in community building, and we are still doing that today.
Archdeacon Cartwright, thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and all the best to you and your team over there at St. Agnes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very kindly.
Stay close. We've got more right after this. You're watching the Morning Edition.
Jobs are also forecasted in the 2021-2022 budget. A cohort of health and safety monitors will be posted in Ministry of Education schools throughout the country. These workers will be education's equivalent of COVID police to the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
A pretty color to identify, and black is even simpler, but sometimes the lines get blurred whenever we get to the color aquamarine. Our Crystal Darling tells us more about the flag and its colors.
It was April 2nd, 1973. Home Affairs Minister Anthony Roberts stood to his feet and announced in the House of Assembly a new flag to be used after independence, July 10th. One featuring the colors black, gold, and aquamarine. Black representing the force and vigor of a united people. Gold and aquamarine, the enterprise and determination of Bahamians to develop and possess the rich resources of land and sea. Sadly, its aquamarine is at times replaced with other hues like royal blue, aqua, and even turquoise. So, how familiar are we with this vibrant national color? Take a look. Which of these is aquamarine?
Okay, all right, I got this. Aquamarine is number 6.
It's probably number 6. I would say number 6 is aquamarine to me.
I'm gonna go with 6.
Okay, that's your final answer?
Yeah.
I think it's number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah.
2 or 6.
Okay, 2 or 6?
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
You need, okay, out of 2 and 6, which one would you go with ultimately?
Actually, 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 6.
The correct one will amaze you. It's actually 9.
9?
Yeah. The correct number is 9. It's actually 9.
They look alike though.
Number 9? Yeah. Well, I was close because if you turn 6 upside down, it looks like a 9.
If you didn't guess it right, don't feel bad. But take this as a gentle reminder of what the flag should look like.
Well, former president of the Bahamas Olympic Association, the National Soccer Stadium is named after Roscoe Davies, passing away Tuesday evening at the age of 81. President of the Bahamas Olympic Committee, Romel Fish, knows on the passing of a sports legend.
Roscoe dedicated his life work to sports, to social affairs, and the civic. He was an administrator extraordinaire, quiet, yet very resourceful and attentive. It was always a pleasure to work closely with Roscoe and to see how much attention he paid to details. But he loved what he do. He loved the administration of sports. He loved the camaraderie. He loved to see our athletes achieved internationally, and he was a great support. We were fortunate to have Roscoe Davies serve as our vice president at the time, the Bahamas Olympic Association, to share with us his knowledge, his passion, and his love for sports. I can tell you, all across the Bahamas, Roscoe have touched administrators, sports enthusiasts, fans, athletes, not only in the Bahamas, but all over the world. On behalf of my colleagues in the Bahamas Olympic Committee, our membership, as we get ready to traverse to Tokyo, we will remember Roscoe as part of our delegation, as someone who has dedicated his life to the Olympic movement, home and abroad. May his soul rest in peace.
Now let's get that trivia answer up. What was Blind Blake's real name? Alfonso Higgs. And the winner of today's trivia is Canaria Roll. And you can pick up your nice Janae's Uniform Center backpack full of all kinds of goodies from the Broadcasting Corporation this morning. And we didn't get an answer again to
Comfort Suites.
Comfort Suites.
Oh, wow.
Nobody wants to go to Comfort Suite. It was the 1st of May, 1997. I've been around for quite some time. Wow. Nobody got that answer. But tomorrow's Friday. You have another chance to win that weekend stay at Comfort Suite. So hopefully somebody can get that tomorrow and then spend Friday night in Comfort Suite. He's going to try to make the question a little bit easy.
I don't know, but for sure, 97, boy, I was still in high school at that time.
I look young.
And be sure to stay tuned to the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition and the Bahamas tonight at 7. And that's a wrap for us this morning for the entire team.
Get ready for tomorrow, Comfort
Suite.
Comfort is waiting.
Yeah. You're tongue-tied this morning.
Yeah.
Have a great morning, everyone.